Well, hello and welcome to the right venue and to the Apprentice, You're Fired. You will remember at the start of all this that Bill told us he had selected the 16 brightest young things that he could find to be his new apprentice, at least one of them to be his new apprentice. It seems odd then that they managed to get outfoxed by the old age pensioners of Tala and Bray.
How you doing, sir? What are you looking for in buddies today?
I'm not sure. A bargain.
A bargain? Well, I'll show you a bargain in terms of... This is the entrance here, sir. Jesus Christ.
If you bring that up with you today, we'll give you an extra discount on the Ryobi garden tools and power tools. All right? Okay.
Do I get a man?
There's plenty of men up there for you.
Yeah. And there's Dave Cashman proving that there are certain things he won't do to make a sale. Well, with us to assess tonight's episode is Orla Barry from News Talk. We have Mairead Fleming from Brightwater. And Bob Boxwell, who is from Tux, who are the distributors of Ryobi Power Tools. You're all very welcome, guys. In case you have missed one of the best apprentices ever, here's a reminder of the final blow.
And what I'm going to do is based on my instinct. And that is that I believe that you influenced Tara in some way in the context of this bloody jersey being cheaper than anything else. You have been misleading me. And on the basis of all those things, Kieran, you're fired.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Kieran Walsh. Kieran, you said a couple of times in the clips that we've seen throughout the episode so far that you were a professional poker player. You were a pro poker player and you're a director of a fairly successful business.
Yep.
Why did you want to get into The Apprentice?
A few things, I guess. A challenge. I mean, publicity is probably a part of it too. But mainly, you know, to test myself and see if I kind of had what it took. And
the professional poker, did you make a decent bit of money out of that?
Yeah, did well out of it.
How much?
Best tournament was the Irish Championship for 150 grand.
You made 150 grand off one tournament? Indeed. Why then would you give it up?
Oh, it's gone dead. You know, no one plays anymore. The bad players got good or gave up, and I finished it.
And what was your experience then of The Apprentice? What was your view on it?
Before I came, I think I had a completely different impression than what I have now. Now I think I see, the complex nature of the relationships and the friendships and, like, you know, the problems that you have with that. Before coming into it, I would have figured, like, you just have a shutter down, you know, do your own thing and that's it. But it's not like that, you know, it's like Big Brother, you know, and it's just a business version of it.
So does that mean that living in the house together is as challenging as the tasks?
It is, yeah, and balancing the relationships with people. I mean, it's not so much playing a mind game, but to make sure that, like, you know, you're not rubbing up the wrong people the wrong way. And I mean, there is a bit of, you know, leak arsing when it comes to your PM and stuff, and, you know, making sure that, like, you know, you're safe all the time.
But you would have consciously said, okay, that person is PM, I'm going to go out and suck up to them.
Not so much that, but I mean, you're going to, you know, help them out a little bit more, like, you know, make sure that, like, you know, you give yourself any opportunity, any edge you can get is good, you know.
Well, let's actually remind ourselves where that edge finally fell off the edge for you. This is where it might have gone wrong for Kieran.
I'll do almost anything to win, bar breaking my own personal beliefs and my own business ethics.
That's what you said on television, correct?
Yeah. That was the information I was after.
That's thrown in the bin, and that's what went out, that's what was handed to people then.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why was that done?
We spent 154 provisionally on the tools for the prize. We're hoping that we'll be able to trade off that price on the jersey, which we got for free, and put that 154 back in our kitty.
Are we confused about what the prize is, or we know exactly what the prize is?
If we can get away with not giving out these tools tomorrow, it's going to be brilliant, like, you know?
Do you think that's honest?
No, as I said...
Do you think that's honest?
I don't think it's dishonest.
Oh, my God.
we're going to cross our fingers they pick the jersey.
Okay.
Like, the jersey would be the way to go. Like.
Okay.
Congratulations, Kieran.
Yeah, congratulations, Kieran.
You don't think it's dishonest
we didn't
to
do-
go on television and say, here is a prize. But no, we're not going to give them that. We'll give them this. It costs us nothing.
What I heard on the TV slot, a prize to the value €200. There was no mention of tools.
Well, you keep saying special offer. What's the special
Okay.
offer?
Basically, guess how many nails or screws are in this,
Right.
and in exchange for that, you will win products worth over €200 in Woodies and Tala tomorrow.
It was quite obvious the jersey was not to the value of €200.
It's impossible to put a value on a signed jersey. I mean, no one would have a value for that.
You were very well aware that the signed jersey was costing you nothing. The chat all day was, I hope they choose the jersey. So you made sure they chose the jersey by coaching the kid.
Saving the seed money was a godsend as well, I'd say. The 150 votes that would win this for us. All counts on. When you did that with the child, I think that was highly immoral and of no integrity whatsoever.
What about what you did?
What did I do?
You promised €200 worth of Ryobi tools. And
We never released any print media, and the TV advert.
It was on television.
Getting fairly sick of making this fucking walk.
Kieran, when Bill started the thing of the dishonesty,
Yeah.
at that stage, did you think you were dead?
Oh, I knew I was cooked.
Did
Yeah.
you?
Yeah, yeah.
As soon as he said it, you thought, I'm done.
Yeah, but I knew that it was going to be a stitch-up. You know, I knew that it was all going to be put back on me. I mean, Tara made that her choice. She made that choice herself. It shows me standing there, you know, but I mean, I think I was at the front door, you know. I mean, I don't know. I think that there's a different spin being put on what actually happened. I mean,
Well,
I see what Tara...
We did see you all the way through pushing the jersey, and we did see a different ad go on TV than the one you then went
all right.
with.
Well, the ad that Bill produced, okay, the one with the Ryobi tools on it, there was one of those ever printed, and it went in the bin, and that's it.
But that's the one that was used on TV. That was referred to the thing on TV.
You mean on RLM?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that not kind of significant?
I hadn't seen that video until we were in Woody's the following day. I didn't see it till like 3 o'clock the following day. So I didn't know
as
what...
PM, you say, lads, what did you say?
They
What's
didn't
the
know.
offer?
I asked them. I mean, Jamie did not know.
But when you sent them out to do it, what did you say the offer was? What did you tell them to pitch?
We said just kind of wing it and say €200 worth of goods.
€200 worth of goods?
Yeah.
So you knew it was €200 worth of goods?
Well,
you didn't
I
say,
mean, a jersey
or
could be
a shirt.
worth €200. No, okay, it's not.
Yeah. Well, before we get to the thing of the Tara link, Orla, the task itself, the numbers, because the thing came up in the boardroom a lot about it's down to the numbers. It was €1,200 versus €2,600. Should Kieran have managed to get more sales for his team?
If one team manages to get double what the other team is making, something went seriously wrong.
I think what went wrong, Orla, is right back at the very start when we got the team split in episode 3. It was, I don't know, all the salespeople were banged on one side. You know, I think we just had the weaker split. And Bill kind of killed me for saying it, but it's true.
On the show itself, when you discover what the task is going to be, you're very confident about it.
This is hugely my space. My whole, like, our family's company are the biggest distributors in Munster. So it's like a huge history listed. Jamie, it's nailed. Our company's almost a distributor in Munster. Like, I have a huge history listed.
You're talking.
Bob, if Kieran's family are the biggest distributors of power tools in Munster, and if at the start of the task he says, look, this is a lock, you know, this is totally my space, is it fair for him to say now that he wasn't on a strong enough team?
I don't believe so. I mean, both of the teams had exactly the same opportunities. The venue they were in, you know, the campaigns they ran were very similar. I really don't think so. I think if anything, if I was in his shoes, I would have done exactly the same. Coming from a power tool background, I would have absolutely jumped at the opportunity.
Yeah, so why were the numbers so different? I mean, that's a bit that was... Have you a reason when you finished up and you saw that they had done double? Why do you think that was?
Yeah, I mean, I knew in the house the night before, because I shared a room with Will, so I had an idea of what numbers they'd done, and I knew that we were killed, you know. So, I mean, it came down, I think, to the Woodies we were in. I think that, now they were out in the streets in Bray, and, you know, we did hear that they got flyers back, so obviously they did create footfall that way. But I think we got the weaker of the two shops. I think that we didn't have enough people. But I'm not just saying that was the reason. I think generally we were pretty bad.
Mairead, is it fair to add it as a contributory factor that the shop was partially at fault?
I think you're blaming and blaming and blaming. Looking from the outside in,
You said already that you didn't know what was going on in essence. So did you have control of the team? That's one of the questions I would ask you. Did you actually know what they were doing? Did you give them clear guidelines as to what they should be doing?
I think I did, Maria. I mean, I sent them to do a job at Ireland AM. I mean, to ask them what they said in one sentence is not really fair, because I don't think they're going to have a script for it. Jamie kind of winged it. So I mean,
but it is fair to say you gave away a prize, lads. What was the prize?
Yeah, and all they were able to say is they offered €200 worth of goods. No, I'm not, to this day, I don't even know what he actually said.
Yeah, but you still know there was €200 worth. Well, what about Tara? Did you know what Tara was doing?
No.
You had no idea that.
I'm trying to think. Oh, with the kid. Oh no, I had no idea. Absolutely no. Like, hand up to God. Honestly, I had no idea.
Okay, well, let's remind ourselves of exactly what Tara did do.
Whose idea was the box of screws?
Mine, Bill.
And would you think it was unethical to guide some of the people in the direction of the answer?
Go over really quick and just put your name down. You'll probably win it. Wait until you see. Guess over 3,000. Guess over 3,000. Okay. There was a young boy that I I didn't tell him the answer. He was way off. He guessed 300 and I said, oh.
4,000. 3,500.
Did he win, by the way?
He did win, but I didn't know who else had guessed.
Do you think that's unethical?
It was, yeah. It was completely a mistake, and I hold my hands up.
I don't believe it was a mistake. I believe it was deliberate.
Bill, she completely coached him.
Not that I didn't tell him clearly much, but I just said, over that.
More. You swindle the public property. In my name.
I know, Bill.
Don't ever try again to bullshit me. You won't even make it back into this boardroom. And you can realise it's only a hair's breadth that has you still here. Off you go.
Thanks, Bill. Thanks.
Kieran, you say you didn't know what Tara was going to do before she did it. When did you find out that she'd done that?
She told me 10 minutes after what you saw there.
But at that point, you say?
At that point, there's no point in killing her about it. Like, at that point, like, we're hoping we won the task. Okay, and we still think we've got a squeak. I think Tara is just genuinely such a nice person. Like, I've not a bad word to say about her, and she did it kind of out of feeling,
Oh, but we did see a day of you saying, make them take the jersey. We really want them to take the jersey. It'd be great if they took the jersey. You can't have been that surprised when she
Yeah, I think that Tara was kind of falling in line on what she thought was falling in line. Even though I didn't say to do that, I think she kind of almost took my statements as instructions.
Yeah, and she came back to you all delighted that she'd done it as well.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to take a break to recover from all this excitement. But when we come back, we're going to be looking more at Elevate, and we're going to be asking the question, did Dave remember the 20 quid that Michelle had given him? Was it actually a tactic, or did he just forget? Back in 3. And you're welcome back to The Apprentice, You're Fired. Orla, is anybody standing out for you as having great potential?
I think Ciara has been, particularly in this week, Ciara, we see she's put herself out there. She seems to have persistently worked extremely hard. She's able to stand up for herself. She said herself that maybe she should have put herself forward a little bit more. You didn't utilise her enough. But for me, I just think that she has kind of common sense, and she isn't being caught up in this friendship relationship business that seems to be some of the other candidates seem to be caught up with.
Even though she's been in the boardroom now quite a few times.
Yeah, and I understand that, but oftentimes, I guess when you are PM, the chances are you're going to be in the boardroom more often as well. And I just think this week she showed that she is able to just stand up for herself. She is able to do the groundwork. And then there's someone behind her like Caroline, who just, while she seems to be a very nice girl, and clearly she's a good friend of Kieran's, she just doesn't really seem to do anything.
Bob, who's standing out for you at the moment?
Yeah, I agree. I think Ciara has been absolutely excellent. I mean, in terms of her sales, and again, it's all about sales. I mean, she really did put herself about. I certainly think Barry was particularly good at the demonstrations. And, we saw it on the programme where, he was in TV3. I thought he actually did a very, very, very good demonstration. And again, he put the concept across particularly well. He's a very strong character. There's absolutely no doubt about that. He really wants, you can see he really wants to win, and he really does put himself about. So I think for me, he's really the strong guy in between the two teams.
Right, would you agree?
Yeah, I think he is very good, but I think Niamh MacDonald is very, very impressive. She's got no sales experience, and just look at what she's been achieving. I think she's amazing. But from an entertainment point of view, I love Panos. I just think he is so funny. He's just so easy to watch.
Well, there's a bit about that Panos did in this episode, and I think I'm crediting Panos for this, because it's the bit where Dave Cashman ends up being project manager, and the process, the way the guys get him into the role, is highly entertaining. Have a look at this.